Good morning, everyone. It's October 16th. We got the morning market rundown. Let's go over some key levels and these potential price scenarios. So we got the SPY daily time frame. We rallied into that new all-time high Monday. We got some profit taking yesterday, closing this gap. Right, we talked about this barcode range that we broke out of, and these key levels at this 573, 570 area that will be of interest to see if these can become support. So that brings us to this intermediate time frame. And then we also have the 10 period RSI starting to curl down from an overbought extreme. Just reason for caution for right now, because the signal is still flat to rising, but just some data and reason for maybe potential a little bit further profit taking or some sideways consolidation. So let's dive into this intermediate time frame now. We got the 30-minute chart, and we talked about these price scenarios in yesterday's video. So this would be our 2-day VWAP here, because we talked about this being in the pre-market. So we'll change this over to our 2-day VWAP, and we kind of said that we said that we'd be looking for price to rally up above this 2-day VWAP, and then look for a potential scenario where we could enter and then have a stop at one of these higher lows. We never got that 2-day VWAP. Okay, so the average buyer was losing money yesterday, and we never got back above even the daily VWAP. So we came right down to this rising 5-day moving average into this 579 VP node here. All right, this previous level of resistance is now could potentially act as support. So that'll bring us to our situation today that we'll be looking to see if we could get a little bit of profit taking and see if this will be our week to date VWAP now, and see if this continues to be the guardrail and act as resistance on price. So if we get a rally, just adjust this now, we got our decline. If we get a little rally into this guardrail, that will be our week to date VWAP right now. And potentially, if we get this rejection, we could put a VWAP at this low here, and we'll be looking for this VWAP, which is not displayed because I'll just go a little smaller time frame. So there it is, the red line here. So we look for this VWAP to become support, and then look for that entry at the beginning of the video again for potentially this area, this 583, 584, to become a compression area to break into new all-time highs or have a lower high to risk off of. Or if you're just looking to attack this short, which I'm not, that would be a potential area as it starts to break down to get involved with a stop up in that area. The potential key levels we're looking for, same as yesterday here, we just discussed on the daily time frame, is we could get this 576 area right here. We got this VP level. We got a further pullback level with a bigger VP shelf down at this month-to-date VWAP at this 573, which coincides with the 20-day moving average, this blue line at 572.04. And we've talked about this barcode area with this VWAP that was our line in the sand, this light blue VWAP that we traded back and forth and started to break out of it right up in here. So that area could then potentially act as support. So those are the situations on the SPY. Let's go into the QQQ. So the QQQ, we completely filled this gap right here. Completely filled the gap and got some profit taking now. So we got this engulfing day. Okay, just means we got some profit taking. We're above a rising 20-day moving average, a rising 50-day moving average, above a rising 200. We're above the year-to-date VWAP high. The average short seller from this point is losing money. So perhaps we get a little bit profit taking or sideways motion as well. We could see that the RSI, same concept here, is down still above 50 in the 40 regimen in a bullish regimen. So let's go over to our 30-minute time frame and talk about some price action and some key levels. So here's some of the drawings that we had from yesterday. It's a map, and these aren't predictions. These are just potential scenarios of how price could play out. And if it does, then I could potentially see my edge coming into play. So we got this decline down into this 588 level, which was a key level of interest. And now we're trading underneath this 5-day moving average. The data will start to rise up here at 11. Here's our data for today. So we'll start to flatten out if price doesn't start to get back above this 493. So then that would bring us to this potential scenario right up in here that we could start to see if this 5-day moving average starts to flatten and decline. It can give us caution and evidence to see further pullback, maybe into this 484 level, 486, which is very similar to the situation on the SPY that we have the VWAP from the gap up on that September Thursday. Okay, gap above the 5-day moving average right here, bar coding, and we started to break out and gap above the 5-day moving average here. And here was the play. Avoid all that. And now you got your timing. Get up on your surfboard. Let's ride the wave. Manage risk. So potential scenario that we're going to see today is just like we did on the SPY. Could look for a little VWAP at this area. Give it a little bit more data. And we'll see if this could start to be a guardrail and give us some push into this 494 area where we could see our week to date VWAP is our pink VWAP right here. So we'll look to see if we get a rally into that week to date VWAP, into that 5-day moving average. And we also got the 2-day VWAP here. That could be a potential level of supply as well. So we'll be looking to see if we get compression here and break down to tag this 488, rally back up, and then get a further decline, or we get some compression in here, start to trade above that week to date VWAP, and then potentially maybe that could be the fuel to get some more upside legs, and then we could set something up like that. Or if you were on the short side, you would be looking for something like this. Okay, I'm not looking to get short on anything. I'd rather just wait for the right wave and the right setup to pop up with this new trend alignment of the rising 20, rising 50, bullish seasonality. So hopefully this was helpful.